What's going on, you guys? Quick video. So, there's a rumor going around that Danny Garcia and Terence Crawford is to be fighting, right? Danny Garcia is supposed to be the first opponent, a part of a 2-fight, $30 million deal with Terence Crawford, with the latter opponent being Errol Spence Jr. Hit that like button for your boy. Give me that HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. We're on the road to 11,000 subscribers. But Danny Garcia, last we heard, was rumored to be facing, or rumored to be in negotiations with Mikey Garcia. This is the last that we heard. But now, you're hearing about him being a part of a $30 million deal with Terence Bud Crawford, right? Kind of came out of nowhere, but it could very well be true. Do I believe it? I'm not quite sure. Based off the energy that we've seen from Danny Garcia in my more recent video, I showed you guys the clip. Salute to Fight Hub TV for the interview. Danny Garcia seemed like he was kind of saving Crawford for last, so to speak, right? You know, Danny Garcia, we haven't seen him in a while. We haven't seen him since the loss to Errol Spence Jr. It's been almost 2 years or whatever since that fight. You got to have a lot of confidence to go in there with face a guy like Crawford. Danny Garcia named these other guys first, right? He named the other guys first. He was kind of hesitant on naming Crawford. The reporter, obviously, these guys, these reporters, these guys is out in the field, they naming Crawford every time they talk to any of these welterweights. Danny named him last, of course. But maybe he's saving the best for last, because you got to kind of build up to that now. Danny has to build up into that. But I'll be highly surprised if he hops in there with a Terence Crawford, coming off a layoff, coming off a loss. I'd be highly surprised. Because I thought it was Keith Thurman, right? We heard Keith Thurman. We was hearing rumors that it was possibly Keith Thurman. Bud is allegedly to return in June or July. We haven't heard much from Keith Thurman. One would assume that it was Keith Thurman. But now that Danny Garcia has been out doing his thing, giving interviews, saying that him and Jerron Ennis, they have their own paths to take, something to that effect. Yeah, you know, Danny Garcia kind of wants to, you know, you got the idea that Danny wants to fight somebody like Mikey, right? Both guys coming off a loss. I mean, really, that fight makes sense. Both guys coming off losses and everything. It really just, that fight makes sense. Then you got the fight with a Kell Brook, right? Another veteran welterweight who's trying to, you know, regather himself, right? Danny Garcia said he'll be interested in the Amir Khan Kell Brook winner. So what if this Terence Crawford fight come from all of a sudden? I'll be highly surprised, because Danny Garcia didn't seem too interested in facing Crawford in the past. But now that things has changed in the sport of boxing, most notably the welterweight division, Crawford, free agent now, you know, these things seem like they can really happen. Will Danny Garcia get what he's looking for to face Crawford now? Possibly. They both been on pay-per-view now. They could try to sell a pay-per-view. They could put it in a location where the Puerto Rican fans come out. I mean, it'll be a pretty big fight. It'll be a pretty big event for what it is. Now, will hardcore fans look at this fight as well? Danny came off loss. We ain't going to give Crawford credit. Well, he's Errol Spence leftovers. You know, but in reality, when you look at it from a business standpoint, it'll be a good introduction fight for Terence Crawford to be on the platform, other than Keith Thurman, right? But Danny Garcia will be another good introduction fight, because he's been on pay-per-view. He's a long stay with the company. He's been doing his thing, right? And he's one of the highest earners there, and he's the guy that put asses in seats. So, yeah, it makes sense from a business standpoint if you can't get Keith Thurman, right? So, yeah, I'm with it. If Danny Garcia wants to smoke with Kumite Crawford, I am all with it. And salute to Danny Garcia if this is really true. This is just a rumor for now. I'm not quite sure, but this is what people was talking about in these boxing streets. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.
They call me DSG, Mr. Record Breaker. Mr. Record Breaker. Mr. Record Breaker. Holla at your boy. Let's get it 100.